question sure he has will come in with it.
Rob.
Joe, we just kind of described your level, your comfort level right now, a little more than a week out of kickoff. Just, how you feeling in general?
I feel great, just trying to get everybody. I'm still being a servant, I may be the leader on the team, but I'm still being a servant every day. I have to get the guys, understood to the game plan, understand how I see it, so I feel comfortable with the game plan, feel comfortable with the playbook, feel comfortable, playing right now in this offense, so I feel great.
Reason about
So, Joe, the last time we talked a while ago, we talked about how your hips and your lower body with mechanical fixes that you made. How long did it take you to get comfortable with those mechanical changes?
Roughly, it took some time. You work at it every day. I feel like, something just don't happen overnight. So I feel like, the day that you forget about it is the day that it'll mess up. So I try to work on it every day.
Yeah, and then how often do you see yourself slipping back to your old form and having to fix those issues?
Not as much. That's something that we preach every day, every time we watch film. So not as much.
So on social media, everybody was sharing photos of the headphones you got for the team. How did that come about, and how did that process, and what made you want to do that for your guys?
It's just a little NIL deal. Beats reached out. I did my part of what I needed to do. And then on the back end of that, they said that they have some beats for the team. And, that's something that I always like doing is, helping these guys out, any way possible. So, yeah, that was my idea. Everybody that around the country that did it has a card, but the message on that card, that was for me.
Joe, I was going to ask you about all the questions you've fielded all off season long about backing up Hendon and so on and so forth. Just how much of a chip do you have on your shoulder right now going into the season to kind of put those conversations behind you and prove yourself, and just how excited are you to go play football and stop answering those questions?
I don't answer them unless I be asked, but to be honest, I'm just ready to play football. I don't see it no different. Do I have a chip on my shoulder? That's just because I want to, prove that to myself, that I'm good at this game and, I can play for a long time. So other than that, man, I don't look at the outside noise. Anything that's going on about Joe Milton outside of this football stadium or football facility is not my concern.
A lot of talk about Jalen Wright right now. Just how different of a running back is he, and how has he evolved into what he has been this fall camp?
Yeah, I used to preach to Jay Wright last year, about just being more mature. Things gonna happen. Last year or 2021, he had fumbles, and then as the years progressed, he stopped fumbling, and he just kept balling. He took into consideration that everybody believes in him. Don't have no self-doubt. That kills everything that you're willing to, approach. So, just being able to have him in the backfield is great. He runs the ball hard. He understands what's going on. He understands the playbook. And he understands me and what the coaches want in his offense.
Joe, you've been a leader since you've been on campus here the last couple of years, whether you're playing, not playing, whatever. But was there a point in time, maybe in December last year or over the offseason, that you took ownership saying, hey, this is my team?
I always had that in the back of my head, no matter what happened. I just had to get over the situation that I had in 2021 about just understanding everyone on the team and understanding my receivers and understanding the coach's mindset. So I honestly, truly just, I felt like that since I got here. I always felt like that even when I wasn't a starter. That's just me as a person, just being the oldest of 7. That's just something that you just kind of just take over of. So.
So you guys haven't had Cooper at center for much of the preseason. Has that changed anything? How do you feel like the guys that are working to replace him?
Nah, those guys up front, the starting 5 right now are working very hard. We wish to have Cool back. Yes, absolutely. But the starting 5 right now are working very hard. They're working on the same communication level, and they all playing sound football.
So the preseason, you happy with prior to that Worcester?
Absolutely. You know, I preach to those guys, you got to get better every day. You want to treat these days that we have for those install and mock game day weeks, you want to treat those as the game, because as soon as the game day come, they're going to feel like practice. So,
Joe, what was your offseason goal in terms of physically changing your body or anything along those lines? It looks like you've slimmed down some and maybe have a little extra burst of speed or whatnot.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that? And what was kind of your goal there?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, last year I was weighing like 245, 250. I felt okay, but I just wanted to, you know, my 10-yard splits, I wanted to be faster. So I knew that if I did that, I had to go back to like towards my high school size and my freshman year of college size. So I decided to do that, and I kind of cut back on certain meals.
Joe, how do you go about explaining to young guys or transfers that are coming in, you know, how fast y'all are going to play and how quickly they have to do their job? I imagine they've watched tape, they've done their homework, or they wouldn't have come here. But how do you explain to them just how quickly they have to move and what they have to prioritize to make that happen?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to explain. It's easy to say, but it's harder to do, to be honest with you. It's a part of the process. Like, you come in, and if you understand what's going on off the field, like in the classroom with the coaches, and you understand that part, I feel like once you get to the field, everything just switches over, and it'd be different because the speed is unlike no other. Like, you have to be able to reset, not dwell on the last play, not think about the future play that's coming along if you've seen the script in practice, or just got to be able to, you know, just react and adapt to what's going on.
Adam.
Coach Halsley said when you stepped into the leading role in this team, you didn't change like any of your body language or who you are. Was that important to you to be sort of authentic with your teammates?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like the Joe they got last year from being a second string, I feel like that's the Joe they're going to get as being a starter. I feel like I don't need to change at all. I feel like everything I done or I did last year, you know, I'm gonna just here this year just to add on to it. You know, there's nothing much that is going to change. You know, just operate and do what the coaches ask.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank y'all.